Good morning, everyone. This is Ranger Rob, and welcome to the Ranger Rob Country Living channel. Thought I'd check and let you know I did not get any babies this go around to the eggs. Little baby down here is doing pretty good, and I've had to get some water ready to go out to the piggies. So we're gonna let the puppies out, go take care of the piggies, and then I want to talk about how to reduce our carbon footprint, at least here at our homestead. So let's get going. All right, got my wheelbarrow filled up. I'm gonna take this out to the piggies and also feed them. All right, it's definitely a cool morning, very frosty. Looks like we got a little bit of snow last night. Water's right there. I fill the foods. All the piggies are starting to come out. But getting back to the carbon footprint thing. Now, first of all, I am not a fanatic. I am not the best example of it, but I do know that I contribute to it. And after watching some reports about how bad the oceans are with plastics and things like that, I definitely want to reduce how much I contribute to it. For example, I'll just give you one example. For coffee, I use a Keurig, and when I use a Keurig, I use one of those cups. And every time I have a cup of coffee, I have to use another cup. So, to reduce, just because I'm going to reduce my carbon footprint a little bit, doesn't mean I'm going to save money. But I actually bought a grinder. I actually bought a French press, and I just bought a little Mr. Coffee Maker, which at Bi-Mart you can get at $14.95, and decided I'm going to start making my own coffee, and I'm going to also try not to buy it that's already made, ground up, like a U-Ban or Folgers or something like that, because it's freaking another plastic container. So what I'm doing just with that is reducing those little cups I'm using, which just go into the landfill, and the coffee tastes a lot better, and it just reduces at least something that I'm contributing, making things worse. Now I'm gonna make it clear that no, I'm not gonna be perfect at this, and my ultimate goal is to reduce it, and in many cases we already have. When it even comes to the fact that my freezers are amazingly full, and when I look at my pork, yes, my pork still has packaging and stuff like that, but nothing like the stores. Anyway, so I'm already contributing just by being a homesteader. And let me get my gate open here too. And growing, starting to grow a lot of my own food, hydroponics, things like that. I'm actually contributing quite a bit. Now, I'm not talking about, I may have reduced our carbon imprint maybe 5%, which is, when you really think about it, that's a lot, that's something. So yeah, I kind of want to talk about this subject a little bit more. This would be kind of our 2023 goal this year, is to just be better at contributing to quit damaging the earth so much. And my property is becoming and getting more and more designed to be permaculture, which means I also don't need to pollute my property. I don't need to put fertilizer all over it. And I mean, the animals contribute to the soil, and yeah, just little things like that. I'm not asking you, and I'm or anybody, but I think we all could do a little bit to quit contributing so much plastic and certain things that if we just changed our process a little bit, we could have less impact on the environment. And that's kind of, and I don't want to be a preacher of it, I just want to be an example of it, that hey, I just like you, I go to the grocery store, I drive a car, I use fuel, all that, I have a tractor, I use diesel, I'm just like you. I just think I've grown up from the 60s on, and we just took all this for granted. But realizing some of this new generation, when you go camping, you see all the garbage and the crap and all that stuff. There's just people out there who just don't give a crap. And when you go to if you go to a garbage dump, or you look at your garbage that you're throwing away and ask yourself, oh my gosh, it's all packaging, it's all this or that, or you're wasting stuff, ask yourself, what can I do to improve this? And maybe reduce it by 2, 5, 10%. If you could do more, that's even better. But yeah, we all need to start thinking this way a little bit. And no, I'm not a big fanatic in hugging trees, and I don't believe electric cars are going to save our lives. But I do believe over time we'll find better ways to create power. And but we have to have that solution first before we make the move to the other. Have a plan. So anyway, guys, I gotta feed my pigs. All right, guys, get my piggies all fed and watered. And yeah, one of the things that really drives me crazy is, you guys probably notice, when we're filling our feed bins up, we constantly have to deal with the 40-pound bags of feed, and it's like, gosh, I'm creating a lot of garbage. So one of the next things that we need to start doing is trying to buy our feed by the ton, and which means it comes in giant bags. There's other companies that sell it by the ton, but they're still in their original bags. It's like, come on, we gotta quit using so much paper and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot of little things we can do to reduce our input, but along with trying to catch my breath from towing water. Anyway, but yeah, and I'm not talking to people that have 5 acres like this. I just came from Arizona 2.5 years ago, and a lot of things I do here I could do there. I can raise pigs, of course, but growing our own food, I know I don't have numbers for you, but like growing our own food, I know we are not going to the grocery store as much. And either raising my own meat or working with co-ops, my freezers are full, and it's just glorious. And so I'm not going to the store much for that. The one thing I haven't really mastered yet is chicken. And I have options, but there's only so much I can do. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we can do here to have less impact. Growing your own food, that is amazing. Once you have some canning jars, once you have like a freeze dryer like we have, and of course just freezing stuff, you can reduce your trips to the store quite a bit. Are you going to save money? Not necessarily. But you'd be impacting the planet a lot less, and you'll be getting much better quality food, better nutrition, food that doesn't have a bunch of crap in it that you can't even pronounce. There's a lot of things. And you won't be going to town as much. You won't be driving your big rig or little rigs to town that often, because you only go when you really have to. And if you plan your days out more, try to achieve everything in one trip. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you and I can do to reduce our carbon imprint. But yeah, and I think for 2023, that's my goal, is quit contributing to the landfill so much. Well guys, been a little more in the day, and frickin' snow's coming down again, which is not good, because Sherry's driving here from Washington, and of course it's covering things up pretty good, so kind of worrisome. But yeah, it's pretty, but it's also snow. So I pray that Sherry's safe and gets home okay. But anyway guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I think I'm gonna stay on the subject a little bit of this carbon imprint, being more self-reliant type thing this week, and talk about more things that we're doing or planning on doing to save on garbage a little bit. Just call it what it is. So guys, please take the time to like, subscribe, and share our videos. We really appreciate that. And yeah guys, what are you doing, Belle? Belle, you like the snow? Alright guys, have a great day. Bye now. This video is made possible by RangerRob Poopy Bags, available in Amazon right now. Thank you very much for watching our video. Please take the time to like, subscribe, and share our videos all over the whole wide world. Thanks.